Okay, so what is the name?
My name is Sarvagya.
Sarvagya. Sarvak, so tell me about yourself.
My name is Saksena. Basically, I am from Riva. I have completed my graduation from Riva. Then I have completed my post graduation in MCA in 2023. Now I am working as an intern in Pro Skill Hub from last 6 months.
Okay, perfect. So what are your hobbies, Sarvak?
My hobbies are reading books, gardening, cooking, etc.
So what are your weaknesses?
My weakness is sometimes I take much time on doing some task. That's why it makes my task more difficult. But I can overcome it and I can do it in an easy manner.
Okay. So as you said, you have completed your full stack development certification. So what are the languages you have covered during that course?
I have covered HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and React.js as a framework.
And how many projects you have created?
I have created 3 projects. First is to-do list, and one major project that is e-commerce app based on React application.
Explain your e-commerce app, what it is about, how it works, what are the functionalities you have added.
I have made it for many products like it has functionalities like filter, and we can filter it by category, filter by price, and also I have add to cart functionality. When we click on a product, it automatically goes to the cart, and there is also a payment gateway through which we can do the payment also. These are the major functionalities I have added in my e-commerce app.
Sarvagya, are you a fresher or an experienced?
I have experience of 6 months as working as an intern in ProScale Hub.
Okay. So what is the working schedule there at ProSkill Hub?
Uh, the timing is 9 to 6, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
So why do you want to switch the company?
Uh, I want to switch the company because I want to enhance my skills and I also want to learn other technologies as well, like backend and other technologies like we can say data analysis, other tools as well. I have also interest in data field. That's why I want to switch the company. And by switching the company, I can learn more skills in your company because your company is working on major projects, whether it is data science or web development, Android development, etc.
Okay. So what are the challenges you have faced during creating those projects, and how
The
did you
major
overcome it?
challenges, okay, the major challenges were the functionalities added to
Hmm.
it, uh, how to implement the functionalities in it, and how I can use it in my project. The major functionalities like add to cart, payment gateway, and filter category, filter price functionality. These were the functionalities which make my project more difficult. But I take help from Google, YouTube, and other sources, and then I easily implement my project.
Why did you choose IT as your career?
Mhm. Because IT has vast choices, and it is a vast domain through which I can explore my career and enhance my skills. That's why I choose IT, and also I love coding. That's why I choose IT.
Okay. So why front-end development and not back-end development?
I like front-end technologies like React, Angular, etc. But after joining your company, I will enhance my skills and I will also learn back-end development as well.
So why did you choose React only? Why not Angular, Vue, and other frameworks?
React is a very popular JavaScript front-end library used for building user interfaces,
Hmm.
and it is nowadays trending in IT industry. That's why I choose it.
Okay. We'll just move into the technical part. So what is Axios in React?
Axios is an object in a React through which we can do the API calling, and we can send and receive the APIs. This is very important in it because by it we can send the data from backend to frontend also using run operations like axios.get, axios.put, axios.delete, etc.
How is package.json and package lock.json are different from each other?
Package.json is an file or file structure in React.js, and it has all the dependencies and node modules and packages involved in it, and they are installed in it. When we make a React app by installing it, these files are automatically created in our folder structure in React. So this helps us to make our project uh, good and help us to implement all the functionalities in our project. And we can also install the packages in from npmjs.com, which helps us to increase the functionality in our project.
What is NVM?
NVM is Node Version Manager. It is used to update the version of the application in which we are working on.
What are constructors?
Constructors are JavaScript objects through which we can initialize the uh, objects of the class in JavaScript and use it for our further execution programs in our application.
What is exceptional handling?
Exception handling is a process through which we can get the exceptions and through it, and we can remove the exceptions from our application using try catch block. The fun the code which are used for our application are written in try catch try block, and which have to be accepted, and which have the error which should be have error that are written in catch block. This is exception handling in JavaScript.
So what is the use of use effect hook?
Use effective is used to get the data in initial time in our application, and it has also a array dependency involved in it, and we can initialize the variables and arrays in array dependency, and we can also put it empty string, and we can also initialize the values in it like 0, 1, true, false, etc. Whether what type of values we want it in it.
What is garbage
These
collection?
dependencies help.
Sorry,
These
what you was
dependencies
saying? No.
Okay, these dependencies help us to implement our project, to implement our application.
Okay. What is garbage collection?
Garbage collection is a collection through which the things or the objects or the functions which are not used are put to the garbage collector. This is
Okay.
a garbage collection, I think.
Okay. How is method overloading and overriding are different?
Okay. Method overloading is a process through which we have the same function name and same arguments are provided through it. This is and in a class there are too many functions, and their function name is also same, and their arguments are also same. This is called function method overloading. And in
Okay.
method overriding, this is a case of inheritance. Uh, and if a parent class has the uh, function name that is eat, then this function name can also be used in child class by inheritance. And by using the by making the object of the child class, we can implement the values of the parent class. This is method overriding in JavaScript. And the methods which are later make and invoked, they are called firstly in it. This is basically the method overriding in JavaScript.
What is a real life example of abstraction?
If we don't have to show the functionality and in the implementation part and only showing the functionality part, this is called abstraction. For example, we have make uh, a project of calculator. Then we don't have to show the function implementation part, not showing the code only, but showing only the functionality part. This is called abstraction. That is data hiding in OOPS.
What are the types of inheritance?
Types of inheritance. Okay, there are three types of inheritance that are firstly is single level inheritance, multi-level. Second is multi-level inheritance, and third is multiple inheritance. So in single level inheritance, the child class inherits the properties of the parent class in a sequential manner. This is called single level inheritance. In multi-level inheritance, the child class also inherits the properties of the child class which are inherited from the parent class. This is in the form of a sequence that first is parent class, then is its child class, then it's also its child class, where the last child class obtains and inherits the properties of the main parent class. This is called multi-level inheritance. In multiple inheritance, there is only a single parent class, and there are so much child class associated with it. And the child class of functions and variables inherits the properties of the single parent class. This is multiple inheritance in JavaScript.
Okay. What is use memo in React?
Use memo is a hook in React, and this is used to send our data and save our data in cache memory. This is called memoization in React.
What is the use of use state hook?
Use state hook is used to set the values of the variable and to initialize the value of the variables using use state hook. And in use state hook, we can initialize its values that like 0, 1, true, false. And we can also initialize it as an empty string also on whether the requirement of our application. It depends on the requirement of our application that which type of value we initialize in use state hook.
Okay. What is alias command?
I'm missing out what you have asked. Can you repeat one more time?
What is alias command? Alias command in SQL.
Uh, I I don't have read SQL yet now.
Okay.
Uh,
That's okay. So, what are the features of React?
Features of React, yeah. It has many features. Like it is divided into multiple components, and each component is dependent on another component using import and export statements.
What
And
are functions? Sorry.
it has reusable objects involved in it, used for building the application.
Also, it is unidirectional.
Also, it is unidirectional, yes, and it uses virtual DOM to
Yeah.
implement on the application.
Yeah. So, what is virtual DOM and how it is different from the actual DOM?
Virtual DOM is a blueprint of the actual DOM, and the actual DOM has all the functionalities which is involved in JavaScript. Whether we have to change the color, appearance, and size of the object. Then we use document object model to implement it by using document.getElementById, etc. In DOM. In virtual DOM, we use the blueprint of the actual DOM, and it is used in React application.
What is Docker?
Docker is a tool through which we can implement uh, our application in server on the cloud. This is called Docker.
Are you aware about the GitHub?
Yes, I know GitHub.
What is the use of GitHub?
GitHub is used to manage the code in our application, and we can push the codes in GitHub, and it is available for all the developers around the world to see our code and use it for their application.
Okay.
It is used to it is basically used for managing the code in IT companies also. In
Yeah.
day-to-day life in IT companies, we use GitHub and Git commands for our code to implement on our project.
So what is functional component?
Functional components are the components which are used in React.js, and it is very popular in component in React nowadays. And it is a stateless component, and we have to use state and use effect loop for implementing the states in functional components.
Okay. What is the use of use state hook?
You, I think you have asked it. Uh,
I've asked you the use state hook. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Okay. So what are composition?
Composition component is a component in React application, which is used to implement the codes and to wrap the code for further execution.
What is your salary expectation, Sarvagya?
My salary expectation is 6 lakhs per annum.
Are you
But
comfortable to
whatever the
relocate?
company,
Sorry,
uh,
sorry. Whatever the
but
company's
whatever the company
expectation.
expectations, we can discuss on it.
Okay. So are you comfortable to relocate in different city?
Yes, I am comfortable to reallocate in different cities.
Okay. Done.
Okay.